Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. Sorry for delaying this week's episode, but I've had a bit of a cold, so the voice hasn't been the best this week. It's a bit better now, but still not the greatest. So if I sound weird, that's the reason. But yeah, big news. I put up on my Instagram page, well, for the podcast page, not my personal page, that I had big news that I wanted to share with everybody. And that big news is that this Christmas, on the 9th of December, I will be opening up for a comedy show hosted in the Castle Inn, which is, locally around where I am based. So if you live in Ireland and you're willing to travel to the Midlands, because it's going to be in Athlone, Castle Inn is directly across the road from Sean's, one of Europe's oldest bars. I think it might be one of the world's oldest bars in the world as well. But they definitely have the Guinness Book of Records for the world's oldest bar. But across the road from that is a pub called Castle Inn, and we will be doing a comedy show there. So it'll be. I got in contact with a friend of mine from the place where I'll be doing the Halloween party, Flannery's. They're. Oh, sorry about that. I'll be doing a Halloween party there, and when I did my first set after COVID, which was episode 39. Went back, I was in Flannery's afterwards and was chatting to someone, and Dinny said that he knows. I was just chatting about comedy, and he said, "Oh, I actually know a comic called Breen Larkins." So I got in contact with her because Breda used to run a show in the town local to me, and she was saying, oh, I'd love to start up again, so if you can get me a venue, we can 100% do it. So I walked around a few places in town, asked them if they'd be willing to host a comedy night, because a lot of pubs in here host music. Well, you couldn't before COVID, but now music is back. So they were doing music, a lot of them, but nobody does comedy. So, it's a unique opportunity, and John from the Castle Inn agreed. So this event, like I said, it's only, if you're abroad, sorry, my abroad listeners, this event is in Ireland, and you have to be willing to travel to Athlone in the Midlands. But we will be selling tickets for this. I think capacity is about 40-ish people, I think. Well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe it might be a bit beyond the 40, but that's what we're hoping for. So it'll be myself, open up at 10 minutes. Breda, she has a theatre company as well called Wild Geese, so she'll be hosting the night and she will do the MC for me. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Because we're on the 22nd now, on the 31st, the Halloween party, I'll be doing 15 minutes. So, 2 shows to round out the year. Really looking forward to those now. Hopefully my voice gets better before the 31st, because I will need it. Also on Instagram, I posted the poster for FlanFest, which is what the FlanFest is a music event that Anne from Anne Flannery's, hence why it's called FlanFest, runs once per year, but she couldn't do it because of COVID and the restrictions, but now it's come back and doing it. And I don't know if you can see it there. There's the little poster. My name is. It's like. There. If you could, the print isn't great, but it says stand up comedian. I like George. George is my middle name. But yeah, so I have. If you watch my Instagram post, you would have seen the bigger poster that I have. This isn't like the script wasn't done properly here, so the new updated poster has this in the same color white as the FanFest Freaks and Geeks. So I'll put that there. I'll frame that. But I was there on Tuesday night, and we were sitting down in Flannery's having the crack, as the Irish say. And said, there was only a few of us there. It was a couple of my friends and 2 other people. I don't know who they were, but she said, "Do you want to do 5 minutes to stand there for the crack?" I was like, sure, why not? So obviously there was no microphone there, there was no speaker, so there was a bottle of hand sanitizer on the table, so I just picked that up and pretend it was a microphone. And then one of my friends like, "Alex, that's not a microphone." I was like, "Well, I have to hold something, it's impromptu, like." So that was pretty fun. I did 2 or 3 jokes, nothing major. Just give them a little taster before the Halloween party. How were they received? They worked, got a laugh, so I suppose not bad, but obviously I'll have to really step it down. I'm hoping now to do one more set next week before the Halloween party to kind of get me ready, because I've only done 2. Well, that's my second one now, so yeah, so that's the big news anyway. I'll be doing comedy show. Breda is bringing Breen, who's another. Breda and Breen, both professional comics. Breda is actually performing in the Galway Comedy Festival at the moment. She, like I said, she has the Wild Geese, and she does cabaret and comedy. They actually, her and Breen and Sinead have a show in Stony Batter up in Dublin on November the 5th. In terms of tickets for the Christmas show, the one on the 9th of December, you can. Well, what I'll do is because it'll be an Eventbrite link, it'll be on Facebook, I'll just put that up on my podcast, well, not the podcast page, Alex the Stand Up, my Facebook page that I use to promote the podcast and my stand-up comedy. So I'll just put it up there, and after that, you can get the tickets. In terms of, if once again, this is the, it'll be in Flannery's. The Halloween party will be in Flannery's. Tickets are €5, but all the proceeds go to cancer care, because during COVID had cancer and she survived cancer. So she will be donating all the money that she raises from that night. The entry, all to cancer care. So because they helped her when she was going through chemo. So, but for that, there's no ticket. You can literally show up on the door. So once again, if a Flanfest, if you're in the Midlands in Athlone, and 31st, it starts at 3 o'clock. I'm not exactly sure when I'll be doing stand-up. I think maybe after the first or second band, maybe, or something like that. So that'll be that. But yeah, that's the 2 big news things. I have another video coming out this week inspired by Joey Diaz. He was talking about how he used to go on the road, so I'm going to explain when I used to go up to the open mic in Dublin, how I would do it, how I'd get there, where I'd stay and all that stuff. So kind of break it down for you like he was doing. But I mean, in terms of news, that's about it. There is nothing else, I don't think, apart from that. So 31st of October, there will be a podcast episode out next week. I'll try and get it out before I do the Halloween party, and then 2 weeks time I will be talking about my set at the Halloween party and how the Halloween party went and all that. I'll be doing fancy dress, of course. I'll let you know what fancy dress after the party. I might even wear it for the podcast after the Halloween party. I'm picking up next week at some stage. So yeah, really looking forward to that. That's all the news. Thanks for watching. Once again, sorry about the delay in the podcast, but I was a little sick. well, hopefully I get better soon. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.